I'm saying is this, okay? When was the time when I brought Angel before the church and had everybody pray for her so her spina bifida would just go away and we could all say God heals? When did I ever do that? And why did that not happen? Because those motherfuckers are selfish and they should be ashamed of themselves. It's not about your marriage. It's about my marriage. So fuck you. And here's one last thing that I want to say, because I gave him at least 12 grand. I'm talking about Josh Smith. Yeah, I gave him about $12,000. Now here's the thing. He's not going to come to me and buy anything, not ADT equipment or nothing. He's going to go off and buy to Vivint, or he's going to buy from Georgia. Hey, listen, ADT's in the Pentagon. He's the one that went up to Congress and paid for, he went up to Congress and prayed for everybody. Yeah, he didn't pay for Congress. Someone else did that. He went up to Congress and prayed for everybody as the chapel. Like, oh, Congress, listen to me. Please give money. When you think before you send the tax information after me, before I go after you. He's not even going to buy ADT equipment for me. I'm not going to ask him to, because he's not going to do it. That's how they are. That's how my dad is, and that's how those fucking people are. Baptists are fucked up people, man. They're fucked up people. Let me explain something. He's not going to buy any ADT equipment from me. You know how many units he could turn? I know one, at least for the church. They could upgrade the unit. That's getting a whole new one, but they can't because of a dealer dispute. So what they're going to do is get all their parishioners and all the people that are part of the congregation, to go and buy the ADT equipment from somebody else. He's not going to buy it from me. I could sell, 600 or 700 ADT units. He has a church of about 1,000. Is he going to do that for me? No, he's not going to do anything like that. You know why? Because I'd benefit off of it. I'd be able to go buy groceries and do things I need to do. But he's not going to do any of that. And that's not bad to ask. You're paying $50 a month. We'll put it in for free. We'll even waive the install for all of them, right? That's $50 a month. That's like 300 or 400 units that would go out. That's a lot of money, but it's a logical thing, right? There's some emotion behind it too, because I would be fucking rich, right? I have to get paid on commission for each one of those, but he's not going to do that, at least, right? And you know what? Here's the thing. I badmouthed him and everything, but if I would have asked nicely in the name of Jesus Christ, he still wouldn't do it. That's why he's going to hell. When it comes to money, it's like my dad. Well, man, I wish I could help you. Man, I wish I could. It's always that. It's never the real thing. See, some parents buy a house for their son or daughter when they're getting married, and some parents don't. Mine are the parents, well, on my dad's side, that don't. They wouldn't give me a penny, literally. I have to admit, my dad actually gave me 1 penny one time, because he made a wager that the hail damage would not hit my car, and it did hit my car a long time ago, and I lived by the museum before it was Modern Art Museum. So he came over and he actually gave me a penny. But he's that type of person when it comes to money. There's those types of people. It's not always that way on my mom's side, thankfully. And it wasn't on his side whenever he asked his mother for the loan, or actually when he asked his mother to co-sign for him to get the freaking liquor store, which is a thing that I'm suffering for now. I don't drink alcohol, but I have to go through those. The son has to bear the weight of the sin of the father. It's in many Ibsen plays. It's said that the son has to bear the weight of the sin of the father. So why couldn't he just stick to jewelry stores? He did very well with jewelry, because he wanted to have that whip upon me. You know why? Because he's a sadomasochist. Ultimately, what I have to say is this to people that have done me wrong: you won't beat gravity. You might make all the money in the world and do everything that you need to do, but you will not beat gravity. It'll take you down in the end, no matter how hard you pray. So basically, since I'm kind of an inventive guy in my novel, I think stuff Jed Wilson says to his father is in the vlog. It's in the vlog that I'm saying, the rib stuff and things like that. It could all be coming from like a 12 Monkeys kind of thing, where was that really in his head, or was he really time traveling? But the thing is like, he could be saying this stuff to his dad, and that could easily just be put in there. Because I can go, hey, look, you can look at to the actor, I'm like, I'm not going to spoon feed this stuff from you. I'm going to give you some sources to do some research. You look at the vlog, the p.s.s vlog, all of it. It's going to be painstaking. You're going to take a year research just fucking to try to get who Jed Wilson was. Or who Jed Wilson is, right? Was or is. It's the difference between Faulkner and the other guy on if it's is or was. But the idea is this. You can get some of the information from the real things that I'm saying on the vlog, and you can get a little bit of information maybe from the novel that was attempted, right? And you're getting some of the information, and then you're finding something to go on. That's what real actors do. It's not what movie stars, like a movie star's not going to do it, but that's what the real actor would find and do, because they'd actually have to do work that's painstaking. It's worth their $90,000 a day. It's a lot of fucking listening. Get ready to do sit-ups while you're watching the television, because it's hours. Now I have 15,000 views. I have 15,000 posts. Some of my stuff has 172,000 views, but I have 15,000 videos. Most people have 3,000 to 5,000 videos. I have 15,000 videos. It's going to hurt you to play me. Man, that's neat. That's a neat little thing right there. And it's probably the same for you, but it's the strangest people that end up helping me. A lot of times there are Jewish people. They can't help me for too long, but they have. I've worked for Jewish companies and stuff. Warren Tech was one of them for like 4 years or so. He was a Jewish guy. I didn't know it until later. But what I'm saying is that I didn't expect that in the interview. They can help people. I know I JEW bash, and I shouldn't do it because it's just been taught. It's taught in society. It's taught in literature. Shakespeare did it. But here's the thing. The strangest people have ended up helping me, like strangers. And it's kind of like Tennessee Williams saying, I've always depended on the kindness of strangers, kind of thing. I've always identified with Tennessee Williams saying that. These people that just out of left field, they've got something going on. They're like, join the team. I join the team and I make a little bit of money and I move on. That's what happens. It doesn't always work for a long period of time. A lot of on my resumes, it goes for about 4.5 years, maybe 5 years, and then I move on. And I do well. I've sold a lot of accounts for the bank. I don't know that listed on the bank. I have no idea. I'm assuming there was a lot of Catholic and a lot of all different types. There were some Protestant, probably atheist, who knows. They're all different types at the bank, and I worked pretty hard to turn those accounts. Lots of them, and a lot of them are still there. Some of them aren't. Some of them are. Some of them are. But this thing may or may not work for me. I've got tomorrow to try. Saturday's a high dollar day. Today, I got hit with the wrong guy. It was a guy in his shorts, no shirt. It brought back that trigger of my stepdad when he was a PE coach. He liked to beat on me. And he was mean to me. And then he got all property snitchy. And he knows I was going to walk away. But what I hate the most when they do that is when they start walking towards my car. And then when you turn the camera on them, they're not walking to your car anymore. They're walking to the mailbox, or they're walking to their car. They do a mind game with you. You got to be careful on these guys, because what they try to do is they know you're a salesperson. They don't care about buying any units from you. They care about breaking your will, and they do it through an eye look or the way they look at you and through hatred. You got to be careful, because they'll get into your energy. You got to rid that. It can take some time to rid it. There's a cool a skyline. All right, and then one last thing about Hollywood and my anger at Hollywood. And I don't know when the camera's going to cut off. And I hate when it does. But here's the thing. They are the jesters. They're the jokers. It doesn't matter if they're dramatic or if they're funny. They're still a joker. Their job is to shake the rattle in front of you. It's to create smoke and mirrors as well as they can, just to get your attention in any way possible. If it's sexual, or if it's out of anger, if it's out of like severe anger or confusion, atheism, or religion. It can be the Baptist religion. It can be anything. Tennessee Williams talked about the Baptist religion. It does not matter. Tennessee Williams was part of Hollywood. But that goes way back. And this is advanced over... I'm watching The Killing of a Sacred Deer. It's got a lot of like Stanley Kubrick style music. That's The Shining. and then it deals with some weird issues with father and son relationship kind of thing. It could be a masterpiece. And it's a very, I got to find out the director and stuff about the... All right, here we go with today's kitty. Fancy feast, gravy lovers, chicken, beef, feast and gravy. And for outdoor kitty. Then for appetizer, I'll have some of these. They're actually pretty good. I just got some greens in there. Throw in a little bit of protein.